Hello everyone and welcome to Pendulum EDU, and in this session for vocabulary हम discuss करें आपके साथ एक article. This article is headed as None gains on US withdrawal from WHO. Now first of all, withdrawal, we should be knowing the meaning of this word, that is withdrawal, because see, none gains means nobody has made profit or nobody has made any sort of gain out of it. Now, gain out of what? We will come to know, but on US withdrawal from WHO. Now, the moment US has withdrawn itself from WHO, withdrawal is a noun which means the act of withdrawing. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल आप किसी ग्रुप का पार्ट हैं और आप अपना नाम वहाँ से ले लेते हैं, या फिर यू stop being the part of that particular group or that particular section, then you've actually withdrawn your name, okay, or you've withdrawn yourself. So the similar thing US has done, that it has withdrawn itself from WHA. Now the act of withdrawing, okay, that is withdrawal. Now, it says the US stands to lose by withdrawing from the WHO. It will forego health intelligence. Now, it says since the US has made the decision, it stands, it is there, it is okay with losing by withdrawing its name or having negative effects of withdrawal from WHO. And it says that it will forego health intelligence. Forego health intelligence. Forego is a verb which means to abandon or to do without something, like to manage without something. किसी चीज़ को जब आप गिव अप कर देते हो, ओके, जिसे हम कहते हैं लाइक टू एक्चुअली त्याग देना किसी चीज़ को, दैट इज forgo. So they've actually decided to do without health intelligence, and they are willing to accept it, and they are willing to stand to lose, they are fine with it, okay. On July 6, when the number of novel coronavirus cases and deaths in the US reached over 2.8 million and nearly 0.13 million, okay, see, the cases are 2.8 and deaths 0.13 million. Respectively, the US officially notified the United Nations of its intention to withdraw membership from the WHO or from the World Health Organization. Now, the moment, July 6 it is dated, the moment this happened, they noted these figures for the number of cases and deaths. Novel is an adjective here which means new or unusual. जो नया है और जो आपने पहले नहीं देखा है, जो कि ऑर्डिनरी नहीं है, इट इज़ बिट अनयूजुअल, ठीक है. सो यूनाइटेड नेशंस को यूएस ने क्लियर कर दिया दैट इट हैज़ दिस इंटेंशन ऑफ विड्रॉइंग इटसेल्फ और विड्रॉइंग इट्स मेंबरशिप फ्रॉम वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन because it is no longer benefiting them, right? This comes after President Donald Trump announced on May 29 his decision to halt funding. Now, halt here is a verb which means to stop, rokna, alright? So, he has decided to halt funding, to stop the funding and pull out of the global health body, and to actually extract or to move out. This is a phrasal verb, pull out, to extract or to move out of the global health body. So it has made this decision that it will no longer be a part of WHO and no longer be funding this particular health organization or health intelligence. Now, if you pay attention here, the usage of its, that is ITS, it is a major, I would say, concept that tends to go wrong with most of you. Now, there are two its, that is ITS and IT apostrophe S. Remember this, that IT apostrophe S is a contraction for it is. So, if you have to say it's raining, you will use this, that is it is raining. And if you say, oh, dog and its tail, you will use this because this is used for possession. When possession or belonging has to be stated for non-living things or animals, we use ITS, its. and to express something that you have to say aisa hai. So you say it is, so you will use apostrophe, because joining it is, we use the apostrophe to join them, so it becomes it's with an apostrophe. Okay, so this concept is important, and this yeah, you can see in terms of when it comes to your sentence improvement, or maybe uh, when it comes to fillers or error spotting, these concepts are there. Okay, moving ahead with the article, it says after accusing WHO of being China centric on multiple occasions, this unfortunate development is one more attempt by Mr. Trump to deflect blame for gross mismanagement of the crisis. Now, what is being said here, that see, US has been accused of, or has been constantly criticized for not managing this COVID crisis properly, and because of the mismanagement, the entire country is suffering as of now, with number of cases like surging, I would say every single day. Now, so people say, or the writer or the author says that this particular statement by Mr. Trump, that, or this particular action by Mr. Trump, that he's withdrawing the membership, or he has withdrawn it, and stating on multiple occasions that as China as centric or eccentric, China centric, WHO being China centric. So this is, he's doing this with an intention to actually divert, or the word here used is deflect, so deflect is a verb. Okay, to divert the blame or the accusation that is there on him. So वो क्या कर रहे हैं, लोगों का ध्यान भटकाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, because see, people as of now is are pointing towards him for the mismanagement. Now he wants it to be diverted, deflected to something else, so he is actually playing these tactics. In a May 18 letter, he officially demanded that the WHO make major substantive improvements. Now, substantive is an adjective, okay, which means meaningful or something that is valuable. Okay? In 30 days, while charging that the global body lacked independence from China, was slow to respond to the threat, and had repeatedly made inaccurate or misleading claims about the virus. So so he's saying that China has always made inaccurate and misleading claims about the virus, and misleading here used is as an adjective because it is qualifying the noun subject, that is claim. Now, adjective misleading, यहाँ पर if I write, I'll jot it down right here below at the bottom of the page, that it says misleading means something that is confusing, which is not certain or not true. Something that is misleading, जो कि आपको गलत तरीका या गलत फहमी जो होती है, right, that is misleading. Now, moving ahead, it further says, since the decision has apparently been taken without the approval of Congress, and as the withdrawal will become effective only on July 6 next year, there is a possibility that Congress or courts might reverse the withdrawal. Now he says that there's a possibility of reversing the withdrawal also, or reverse the withdrawal means to take back the withdrawal. हो सकता है कि वो उसको वापस ले लें, कब, क्योंकि अभी ये कांग्रेस के अप्रूवल से नहीं है. दिस इज विदाउट द अप्रूवल ऑफ कांग्रेस. Already, Democratic challenger Joe Biden has promised to revoke it if elected president. Now, he has already made this proclamation, he's already promised it, that he will revoke it if he is the then elected president, like in the coming future. If he is elected the president, then he would definitely revoke it, he would definitely take it back. So reverse and revoke is the same because they are actually taking it back. उस चीज़ को हम वापस ले रहे हैं. There is much at stake. At stake means at risk. So this is a common phrase that is used by most of us in common conversation as well. So I don't think that this is much of a, but you have to be aware that whenever this word is used, or whenever the intention is that you have to actually mean at risk, something that is at risk, कोई चीज़ जो risk में है, अगर आपको वो बात कहना है, then you have to make sure that the preposition you use with this word is at always. This is important because this can be taken in error spotting or maybe sentence improvement. So, moving ahead, it says there is much at stake, and unsurprisingly, Congress is already under pressure from academia and medical associations to reject the withdrawal. Now, who are willing to reject the withdrawal? Because, see, who is actually pressurizing them to take the withdrawal? Number one, academia and medical association. Medical associations, we all know, we are aware of, like hospitals and other things. Academia is actually, it is a noun, and academia means group of, or you can say the environment of research, or environment where research and development prevailed. ऐसा ग्रुप, ऐसा एनवायरनमेंट, ऐसा सेक्शन जहाँ पर रिसर्च और डेवलपमेंट होता है, तो उस एरिया, उस ग्रुप में, उस एनवायरनमेंट में जितने भी लोग हैं, दे आर एक्चुअली प्रेशराइजिंग देम टू रिजेक्ट द विड्रॉल. The capricious decision to withdraw. The capricious is an adjective, and capricious means uncertain, or you can say something that is deflecting. चेंज होता रहता है विद टाइम, ठीक है, कोई चीज़ जो कि बदलती रहती है. So if I say deflecting, here I've written deflecting as well as uncertain. So it can be both, because deflect was a verb, but here capricious is an adjective. So the usage is different, because see, deflect was used as a verb, that was with to deflect, that is an action word. But here capricious is qualifying our noun subject, that is decision. One more thing to note is that any word that ends on OUS, okay, is an adjective. Like, you can shut your eyes and you can trust it, that any word that ends on OUS is always an adjective. Okay, so let's move ahead. The capricious decision to withdraw from WHO will have dire consequences. Consequences, we know that it is the result or the impact of something. And dire means urgent. Something that is serious and urgent is dire. So if I say dire is an adjective, I don't think now you guys have any question, because consequence is a noun, and I have always said this, and I'm reiterating this as I've just done it, like with capricious, that dire is qualifying consequence, and any word that qualifies a noun or a pronoun in terms of its quality, it's an adjective. So dire means something serious and urgent. Okay, something that is very important, like need of the hour. Okay, the Department of the US will be a significant blow to the WHO in terms of loss of technical expertise, and according to Mr. Trump, an annual funding of about $450 million. So this is a huge loss to them. And when it says significant blow means it is a hit to them, like a hard struck hit it is to them, because they would have the technical expertise ka loss plus the financial loss, like $450 million in terms of annual funding that US used to do, or used to make. Moving ahead, it says the pandemic has clearly brought to the fore. Now this is an idiom. Bring to the fore is an idiom, and here if you see it's used in past, that is why it is brought. It means to highlight something, or to disclose, किसी चीज़ को सामने लाना, like, right? For example, if I say, I'm just wiping off the screen and then I would jot it down again. Okay, so bring to the fore, it means to actually disclose something. किसी चीज़ को अगर आप सामने ले आते हैं, ठीक है, सबके, that is to bring to the fore, to highlight something. So what are they highlighted? Several shortcomings and weaknesses in the global health body, जो WHO में है. For instance, the 2005 revision of the International Health Regulations made it mandatory for countries to notify the WHO of all events that may constitute an international public health emergency and to respond to requests for verification of information regarding such events. Now, this was one thing that they have quoted, that this is an example that WHO on 2005 ka revision, it was stated that it is necessary. It is necessary. Mandatory means it is obligatory. It is necessary to inform the health organization WHO about any event that may lead to public health emergency. Now, what further it says, yet the WHO has limited power to ensure compliance by member states, but still it has limited power, like it doesn't have the entire, I would say, authority to ensure compliance. Compliance is a noun which means the act of complying or abiding by something, which means to follow something, to comply by something. Now, by member states, including limitations in independently verifying member states' official reports. If the US was majorly involved in the 2005 IHR revision, it will now have no role to play in strengthening the WHO. Now, they say if it was a part, if US was the part of 2005 IHR revision, then it won't have any role to play like in strengthening WHO, because as of now it is standing right. It will lose a seat at the table. Now, first of all, having a seat at the table is different and losing a seat at the table is different. If I say to lose, here it is given to lose a seat at the table. This is a phrase which means to lose a position or participation in a group that makes decisions. एक ऐसे ग्रुप का हिस्सा ना हो पाना जो कि मेजर डिसीजंस लेता है. तो अगर ऐसा है then US is going to lose it. Okay, so having a, this is lose a seat at the table. To have a seat at the table means you're part of that thing. So to determine the virus strain to be used for developing influenza vaccines. Okay, so virus strain is a force here, क्योंकि ऐसा force जो कि हमें negative threat की तरफ लेकर जा रहा है या drive करता है, that is strain is noun here. So which is used to be used for developing influenza vaccines and have no access to new influenza virus samples for research. With no more US scientists embedded in the WHO in key roles, अब जबकि उनका कोई participation नहीं होगा. Okay, embed is to be part of or to be involved in. किसी चीज़ का हिस्सा होना या वहाँ पर जमे रहना. All right. Here, embed is a verb, action word. Including outbreak response teams like the one that visited Wuhan, it will lose out on health intelligence that will compromise the country's response to international disease outbreaks. In the end, none gains from a further weakened WHO. Like neither WHO, okay, and what all demerits are there for US, it is stated right here. So nobody gains out of it, whether it's the US or the WHO. Nobody has gained from this withdrawal, okay, or the decision that US has made or taken. So these were the words and phrases in the entire article that we had to discuss, and I hope the context of the entire article is clear to all of us. The grammatical points, the concepts that I have pointed out, there were 2 or 3, I suppose, that I pointed out. So I hope that is also clear, because that will also help you in cracking or in attempting the different questions that we do. So I would suggest you and like advise you to start practicing these words, make note of these words, and figure out the synonyms and antonyms for them. And for the phrases also, look for other phrases, other such phrases, or maybe phrases that are related to it, like come to the fore, bring to the fore. These are same. Okay, so you can look for them because these are considered as collocations, and collocations in English language are such, like if they are given one phrase, like for example, if it is stated that bring to the fore is the idiom, you cannot change the idiom, you cannot change the preposition, the article, nothing can be changed, it has to be in there intact. Collocations का बहुत ही separate dictionary भी आता है, but it is not beneficial for us as of now because it causes a bomb and it costs a bomb and we don't need it as such. Whatever is needed, we are going to guide you through. So start practicing and I'll see you in the next session with another article. Do not forget to subscribe the channel for more such sessions, and the vocabulary part that we discussed from the articles is right there on the site. You can go in the study material and have the word file for all these vocabulary words that we discuss with you every single day. Thank you so much.